Alright, so Goddess Freya, despite her being a goddess, she actually is an unknown race character, but she's finally coming to Grand Cross Global tomorrow. She has been a long-awaited character. Everyone, ever since we first saw her, basically over a year ago now, has been waiting this summer for her, and she's finally coming out, and she's a skip.
Full counter!
Alright, so let me just say, even though Freya is considered a skip, I likely will still be summoning because, boys, let's be real here, we're all summoning for one reason, and that's the character's appearance alone. We don't really care how bad she is or how good she is. We were summoning regardless. However, she actually is a good character. The only problem I would say with the character is that she's kind of based around Ragnarok support. But this video right now is for the boys, not the men, because if you are a man, you will be summoning tonight. However, I think, personally, I might be waiting just to see what might come out in 2 weeks' time. I'll go for that in a second, but before we do that, boys, if you are new and you do enjoy the content, then do leave a like and also as well subscribe if you guys are new. But there are two things that I need to go for right now before we go into the details of the video, and that is the actual demonic beat battle is resetting tonight. So if you get in, do your your floors, your floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, get your challenge abroad. If you do it today, tomorrow when we get the update, or tonight, it will then reset and you can then do it again. So you're basically gonna get double rewards this week, so make sure you get in and do one of the demonic beat battles just to get double rewards. And of course, in 4 hours time, maybe 1 or 2 before the video does go out, the actual costume sale discount will be leaving, so make sure to get in, buy for your character. If you are planning to summon Freya, I recommend buying Nanashi and getting his relic, just because she's an unknown race character, he's an unknown buffer. There might be a time in the future where you have to use Nanashi with Freya, so I recommend just buying that in general. I've just realized what the passive is. Get in your knees. These lot are like not even trying to hide it, you know. But the goddess of beauty, Freya, despite her name, like I said, she is not a goddess. And if you are a goddess main, you mainly use the goddess team, then I recommend probably skipping because you want to focus on the goddess team. And it's very, very likely that the next festival character, most likely the global anniversary, will actually be Mael. Not confirmed, we don't know, but he is probably the most likely character to get picked next. But the reason why I say Freya is a skip is just because she is basically a Ragnarok support character, and she gets buffs the more Ragnarok characters on your team, which means you have to use Ragnarok characters. And we know when Ragnarok characters are coming. They come literally every 2 months, with the exception of maybe a few seasonal characters. And honestly, unless we get a seasonal Sigurd, there's no chance we're going to get a seasonal of any character anytime soon, mainly because all of the characters here, most of them are specifically made for demonic beat battles. So Jormungandr, Magelda, and Fauna, we're not going to get a seasonal version of them because those are characters locked off to the actual demonic beat battles. So we're not going to get character made for PvP. So we know right now that Freya literally won't get any better for 2 more months. And in 2 more months, she will likely be on the next actual Ragnarok banner. And like I said, she is not a red character, so she will go into the unknown race tickets. If you have those saved up, you possibly could get it there after she does leave. She will not go into the actual SR tickets because she's a Ragnarok character. But like I said, she'll go into the filler rate characters. So, for example, right now, we have Freya on Medusa's banner. You can imagine for the actual JP anniversary, we're going to be getting the other Freya, the female one, on the banner too. So that's kind of my whole point about, Freya. She's not really a needed character for anything really other than nothing really, unless you want the character and you want to use the Ragnarok team. Also, I cannot stress it enough, but if you do not have Wedding Day Brunhild, I'd like to say the character is almost unusable. Like, these two are just joined together, you can't separate them two. So if you do not have the Wedding Day Brunhild, I wouldn't bother. But let's be real, boys. No one really cares about that. We're summoning because we care about the appearances and the appearance alone. I will probably not even be using her, but I likely will be summoning, mainly because her cosmetics are so good that I have to get her. And also as well, the one benefit of summoning right now is just to get more dupes, because right now obviously she'll have the highest rate ever because she's at 0.5, which she is a filler rate character. She will not be rated up or guaranteed, where right now her ultimate very, very strong. However, the problem with her is that she likely wouldn't really get her ultimate to go off too often, mainly because Perfect and Medio's and ultimate Eskin are so broken. She likely will die in 1 or 2 turns. Her power is definitely in the Pierce card and the AoE combo she does with her team to kind of nuke in 1 or 2 turns. But the ultimate is good, and if you get this to 6-6, she is going to do really, really well. And the big thing as well, boys, is the CC. The Ragnarok team sorely lacks CC. That's kind of the biggest problem with that team, because you're using what is basically just standard characters, no very festival characters, where this Freya very, very high CC. As you can see right now, she's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highest CC character in the game, higher than people like Melly, which is insane, which I do think is actually very, very good for her, but also very promising for the actual future Ragnarok characters. When we get Tyr, when we get Finria, when we get Thor, for example, you lot know Thor will be the actual character that will probably break the Ragnarok team. When we get Odin, all these big names that are going to be appearing in the recent Ragnarok chapters coming soon, but however, we only get them every 2 months, so how soon is that? We don't actually know. But it is promising for the Ragnarok team, and he likely will be getting a lot of buffs in the future. But like I said, right now, do you need to have right now? Probably not, other than the fact that she is rated up. And you have a better chance to get a few duties for her just so you can get more CC and to get the character maxed out. Like I said, the character looks to be really fun, looks insane, like looks wise, so that's kind of why people are summoning. So once again, this video, like I said, is for the boys that actually don't know if they want to summon or not, because the men tonight will be summoning. I myself, would I be summoning? I think so. I plan to. However, I think what I might do, just because I say this every year, I've been saying for the last 2 years now, but the first banner in February, which is literally the next banner, is going to be an actual Valentine's banner. And we saw last year we got Malaskala, the year before that we did get Derriere. So there is a pattern of getting female commandments. And as you can see, boys, we've gotten all of the girls, apart from one. And that would be Greira. Boys, Greira might be coming. She actually might be the next Valentine's unit. I'm joking, but still, they're likely to do a Valentine's unit. Honestly, I'm trying to predict who it's going to be. If it's not an OC character or another Ragnarok, because like I said, they can't really do another Ragnarok character unless it's someone new. But I've been trying to figure out what that Valentine's unit could be, and I'm not entirely too sure. I don't think it'll be an OC character. I don't think it's going to be a Ragnarok character. So it's got to be a main sin or, you know, someone from 7 Day Sins. And unless it's someone, a new name character, because then we can get Jericho, for example. I'd love to get a Valentine's Jericho. It's possible it could be like a red Gila. No, we have the red one. We don't have the blue one. So we could get like a blue Gila, for example. That could be a Valentine's theme. But you lot know one of my mascots and one of the characters I do love on 70 Sins in the game is Deldry. I mean, honestly, other than her being an irrelevant character, she is the perfect fit to be an actual Valentine's unit. Her whole kit is around love. Animation wise, she can get a really, really good Valentine's unit, and I hoped we got that last year, but we didn't. We got Malaskala, which made sense, to be fair. So I'm hoping this year, copium right now, that we get an actual blue or actual green Deldry, which will then give her hopefully a relic, and then also as well give her some actual cosmetics, because they kind of mugged her off because they are in the files. They've just yet to release them. They may have not even made the model for it, but it'd be good to get that. And obviously, if we did get a Deldry, how good would she be? Probably not good, because the only reason the red one's so good is because she has a really broken passive that if any other character in the game had this with good skills, it'd actually be broken. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just wait to see what JP does get before I do some of Freya. I say that I might be tempted to summon because she's going to be right in my face. I can see literally what she looks like in-game, see people use her. I might get tempted to do a few summons, but I definitely still want to wait to see what JP does get, because Valentine's, it's a big update. We're probably going to get another female Valentine's unit. We could get a male if they want to, but males don't really sell comparable towards females. They're just the truth. I mean, look at Freya. She's the most popular character for 2 reasons. And then finally, to wrap up the video, this is the actual Freya banner. It's a pretty standard one with all the Ragnarok characters, except for when they Brunhild. If she wasn't the banner, it would be a top tier banner, to be fair. But yeah, this is a pretty standard one if you're not a whale, basically, because you want to get all these characters duped out, apart from obviously this fauna right here. Everyone here is very, very useful at 6/6, so you don't mind pulling dupes for them, of course. One thing I want to add, though, is that like I've been saying for the video, with the fact that she is Ragnarok support, and she's going to get more buffs as Ragnarok characters come out, and we know we get a Ragnarok character, at least one of them every 2 months. We know very, very likely that in 2 months' time, we're going to be getting a Ragnarok character made specifically for the actual new Demonic Beat battle. So it actually is very possible that we won't get any support, basically, for Freya for 4 months. That's a long time to wait for her to be usable, which is why I'm saying she actually kind of is a skip. If she didn't look as good as she did, I'd think I'd just skip, because there's no point, right? But the cosmetics are too good. And also, I do want to add is that you have decided to add an actual god characteristic where it basically filters between her, since they are goddesses, but they are unknown race, because I guess Netmarble doesn't want to mix up the gods from Ragnarok to the gods with, obviously, 7 Day Sin. So Freya and Freya are both characters added to the god characteristic, likely confirming that we possibly could be getting Maybe Mayel comes out where he just buffs gods. That'd be kind of cool. But also probably confirming that we're going to be getting more gods from Ragnarok now. We are getting we're now halfway through the Ragnarok storyline. And a lot of the characters getting introduced and coming are all gods. So we know Tyr's a god, for example. We know Loki's a god. We know Odin's a god. We know Thor's a god. We know Urd and the three sisters are gods. We know Heimdall's a god. So basically all the gods are coming now. So it does make sense to add the god characteristic. And maybe those characters are going to buff up Freya even more, so we have to wait and see because it may take a year to get there. But boys, thank you for watching. Like I said, let me know if you're summoning. I will probably be summoning maybe towards the end of the banner. There's a good chance Deldry could be the Valentine's unit or a new female character that is limited, and limited characters are definitely more sought after for me than someone who return a lot of times on banners, although she does look good. As you can see, your boy doesn't have that many gems, so I can't be just splashing them about. There's a lot of stuff coming. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.